Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. I believe we are live. This is my post-market wrap-up on this Friday, February 24th, 2023. I hope all of you can hear me. Look, let me start off with this. If you're not seeing what I'm seeing, that is, market conditions are deteriorating very rapidly. Well, then I think you're not keeping your eye on the ball here. What do we know? The driver of this market, the debt market. Well, there's some serious action going on here. We got the MMRI that continues to rise. The relative strength of the dollar continues to rise here. 10-year yield rising. I mean, the writing is on the wall. And as I have said for the past several weeks, 2 weeks, when we crossed 250 with regard to the MMRI, I'm going to tell you straight out. I'm going to tell you straight out again, people, without direct intervention, and I mean a lot of intervention by the Federal Reserve and other central banks, we're going to watch the MMRI spike and spike and spike along with the 10-year yield. I would not be surprised to see the relative strength of the dollar continue to gain here. And what do you think that's going to do to the market? Let's just put this together, people. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Okay, you don't even need one fraction of one functioning brain cell to understand where we're going. We clearly have a debt market that's unstable. Can we agree on that? I think we're all on the same page here. We're watching debt sell off right now. Yields are starting to spike here. And obviously, this is hitting the market. The stock market got hit again today. So what do we have? In the last 6 days, last 6 trading days, the S&P 500 has been positive once. At the same time, what do we got? We got the MMRI climbing. You and I, like I say all the time, all of us people, I think we're untouchable. We have the best tool in the history of the world, in my opinion, to gauge risk in this market, okay? We knew where the first red line in the sand is, and I'm telling you where the second one is, okay? The second one is 300. We know that already. They revealed their hands to us. So if we hit 300, first of all, by the time we get to 300 with regard to the MMRI, you think this market's going to be anywhere near where it is right now? If we hit 300, that means that we got a serious problem. And what have I been telling you the past couple of days? Right now, I really believe it is prudent for people to limit their exposure to the long end of this market, meaning assets just making money when they go up here. Clearly, there is a problem. This debt market issue engulfing the entire world, it's a time bomb. I've told you this since I don't know how many freaking years. It's ticking louder, it's ticking faster, and we're watching it unfold right before our eyes. Okay, like I said, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out here. On the back of that, we got a sell-off here in the market, 10-year yield higher, relative strength of the dollar stronger, MMRI higher, cryptocurrencies under pressure, gold, especially silver, getting hit today, natural gas putting on over 5%, crude oil getting a bit higher. I'm telling you, these are the places we need to be moving forward, people. Commodities. How many times can I repeat this? People keep asking me, hey, Greg, what should I do? I mean, look, I'm telling you right now, limit your exposure to the market on the long end. If we continue to see the MMRI rise, what do you think is going to happen to this market? It doesn't seem to be adjusting, okay? There is certainly the chance, and I think it's a small one, that this market adjusts to this higher yield in environment, but that would have to be offset with a weaker dollar on a relative strength basis. Understand? There is a compensatory mechanism that exists between the 10-year yield and the US dollar. Henceforth, why I chose to use these in my equation for the MMRI. You understand? So, I mean, look, we could throw out hypotheticals all freaking day long, you and me. But the fact is, just the bottom line is, the debt market is unstable. And this instability scares me for a couple of reasons. Now, let's move forward from why it is alarming to see what we're seeing, not from a stock market standpoint. This is just a side effect and what's going on. What do we know doing? They are pushing us off a financial cliff globally. Middle class getting wiped out. The dogs of war have already been released. Now, just imagine, okay, what they could right now. Honestly, we're in a window of time where it would not surprise me at all to see a false flag event, some big event to go off to push the world off the financial cliff and into yet another World War III. Understand? So again, raise your awareness, keep your eyes open, your ears, use your own intellect. It's a God-given gift. We all have it. All right. And then again, we have some real tools as well, like the MMRI. So, with that said, I want to touch on some economic news. Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate that. So it is so interesting. So we got this new home sales number today, and it came in way better than expected. And that's the narrative that was pushed today. Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg. New home sales, wow, came in better than expected. But what they won't tell you, look, there's always a dark underbelly to all this. Now, I'm going to tell you, and you probably know already, maybe you're laughing. The dark underbelly to this supposed great new home sales report is year over year. We are down over 19%. That's a crash, okay? That is a crash in the new housing market. You lose 20%, almost 20% year over year, and then they're trying to sell you the distraction. Look here. Look over here. New home sales are higher. Yes, Joe Biden, the man, he's fantastic. No, he's brain dead, and that's what he's going to tout. Watch the next time Mummy Man speaks. He's going to tell you, oh, look at new home sales. It proves how strong my economic policies are. They're not his. The man can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Can't freaking wipe his rear end, I bet, by himself either, okay? The truth of the matter is this number is just absolutely misleading because all you got to do is look at the year-over-year numbers. Is anyone going to tell you that? Probably not. We see, but that's why you're all here. Anyway, how about this one? You want to laugh? Just get ready for what I'm about to tell you. Okay. So again, Bloomberg, Fox Business, CNBC. We got the consumers. They're out there. They're spending more. It shows that the economy is strong. They're spending more. They're buying things. Well, here's the deal. People have no choice but to spend more because the price of everything continues to rise. This is what they do. It's a deception tactic. It's a distraction. It's a look here, don't look here. The fact that people are spending more, duh. Can I get a duh from someone here? It's a no freaking brainer, okay? They have to spend more because prices continue to rise out of all the data that we got all week with regard to inflation even today, with the personal consumption expenditures coming in higher than expected, the Federal Reserve's favorite number. And then we heard from Bull Thing, okay? I'm talking about President Bullard, who's, we didn't see this coming. No. Melanie, thank you again. We didn't see this coming. No. None of us were smart enough at the Fed to know that inflation was going to continue to rise and outpace anything that these freaks over there are letting people know about. But you and I, we're laughing because we knew it. We knew it ahead of time. I'm starting to sweat. Man, I tell you, this stuff gets me worked up. I just can't stand the lies. All right. I just can't stand the look here's, the don't look here, the deceptions, the distractions, because you see the general population, they believe this stuff. But you and I, because we are looking at the dark underbelly of this whole thing, it's just so easy to understand. But forget about the propaganda. What I'm worried about is a false flag. I'm worried about us bringing us more deeply into a global conflict. Thank you, Scott. That's what they're going to do here. What does our good friend Joe Excelente say? When all else fails, nothing has failed, though. Okay, they bring you to war. This is all by design. The fact that the Fed has been printing cash out of thin air, adding it to a digital screen like there's no tomorrow, okay, or a new tomorrow, their new tomorrow, since the last meltdown, reinflating a stock market bubble, reinflating a housing bubble, causing. I mean, you want to talk about distortions across the spectrum of asset classes. There's nothing today, nothing, not one asset, not one that has a real price discovery mechanism behind it. Can we agree on that too? I mean, it's out of control. And, look, the fact of the matter is, look, you and I, no matter what they do to us, I don't care what they do. We're going to remain ahead of the curve. There's no way, exactly, breathe, I'm getting all worked up. There's no way that we are going to allow this twisted freak show, the entire system to beat us. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. All right. Not on my watch. It's just not going to happen. All right. Now, with that said, I think I've kind of like really gone off the deep end here. Seriously. Anyway, people, that's honestly where we are right now. You know what to do. Through the weekend, pay attention to what's going on here. Look for much larger weapons packages to be sent over, courtesy of the American people around the world, to fund this war, fund everything else you can dream about, think about, fantasize about. They have to continue to pull cash into the now, inflate the debt. They're not going to stop. This is the goal of central banks, who are the government. We're just done here. Thank you, Matrix Game Master. I appreciate you. Yeah, peace, man. Chill out. Hang loose. Anyway, people, look, you know what? Good humor, man, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to overwhelm us with lies. So what we got to do is just expose it all, okay? And I really feel that's what we're doing here in this blog. All of us, I believe this, have a higher, or maybe we're more in touch with our own intellect, you see? Because you don't need to be a freaking rocket scientist, a brain surgeon, a freaking swami, or somebody who has a crystal ball to figure out where we're going and what's going on here. This is all by design, everything. We've been told about this. We've been warned about this. We all knew this, okay? We all knew how this would play out from a long time ago. People were lulled into some kind of a fantasy land for a long time, but this is going to get real. It's already getting real for most people around the world here as the economy continues to crater. Maury, thank you. Seriously. And that's this really abysmal, terrible part of this entire thing is, look, you know how I feel about everybody. We're a big family here. I don't want to know anybody is suffering. I want everyone to prosper. I want everyone to do well. But it's kind of hard in this kind of an environment. It really is. All right, anyway, let's go back to, it is a crime syndicate of the highest order. I mean, that's what runs the world here. I'm just looking at some of these comments here. This JV, it's a crime syndicate. I mean, that's what central banks are. They are public enemy number one. Public enemy number one. They should be, all these freaks over there should be hauled out of that building in handcuffs, but they can't be. Do you know that the Federal Reserve is sovereign territory? It is sovereign territory. The regular police can't even go in there. They have their own police force. So forget about that ever. If forget about it, it ain't happening. It's so sick here. Del Pella, market is unstable. Yes, absolutely. It's I don't want people to panic here, Del, about a crash. Is it possible that the debt market could melt down very, very rapidly? Are we just in the early stages? It absolutely is possible. And this market is going to get hit so hard and so fast. Yes, people need to be prepared for this. There's no doubt about it. This is why, we're diversified. We're spread out into a lot of things here. Cash is going to move, in my view, and I'm going to stick to this. I'm never going to waver from this. Meltdown in the debt market, which we're seeing some of this right now, okay? Putting pressure on the stock market. Obviously, it's in our face. It's happening right now. Cash is just going to move. It's going to move into commodities. That's how I believe with all my heart this is going to play out. Because cash doesn't grow wings and fly away to money heaven. You know that. It just moves. Thank you. Take action. Kamloops. Very nice. All right, look. I'm going to cover some more questions here. It's Friday, by the way, and I'm thankful for that. And anyway, is the black swan? Look, I don't think we've seen the black swan. I really believe we're going to see a black swan event occur or some false flag. Obviously, this is engineered. All right, it's being set up right now. That is going to be so big. It's going to take everything before it and make it look like child's play. They need to do this. Look, they want a world war. They want another world war, the military industrial complex, the corporate agenda. This is how it would be fulfilled. And they also want to, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. They want to reduce the population of the world by a large amount. Okay. What better way to do this? Okay. This is what they're going to do. So just look out for it. It's very sad to me to think that there is a very high probability that thousands of people are going to lose their lives due to some government-run false flag, and that's really the truth, honestly. That's my take on it, people. I would believe that most of you here are on the same page as me, and even if you're not, that's fine too. Look, just because I may see something here, you may see something totally different, and that's okay. It's good to have that. So, because generally the truth is always in the middle. You understand? Whenever there's someone here and someone here, the truth is always here somewhere. But I really feel like that's how it's going to play out. Anyway, what else you guys and girls want to talk about before we go here? Remember the Alamo. Oh, no, don't do the ghoul to me. Come on, guys. Don't do the ghoul to me. I have to do the face. Did you see the ghoul today? It was out. It was talking. It was pretty freaky, man. It was a freaky thing. Natural gas, absolutely. People, you know where to be. Definitely. You want natural gas, extremely volatile. But in the future, I think it's going much higher. Understand, again, commodities are priced in dollars. And I say this every freaking day in my life. Thank you, Willy Wonka. But although we are seeing, and I expect to see the relative strength of the dollar continue to climb here, at least for a while. But that does not mean that the dollar's purchasing power isn't evaporating, because it is. Henceforth, why people are spending more. I mean, I love when I was listening to, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Bloomberg. No, it was CNBC. And they're talking about, consumers are spending. Oh, it's so great. They have money to spend. It's fantastic. Meanwhile, they have no choice. They have to spend more because prices continue to rise. Duh. Okay. But Janet Yellen, you remember what Yellen's? I want to tell everyone, this is Yellen. I want to tell everyone that prices are dropping. They're getting lower. Yes. You can get up. Thank you, Charles. And thank you again. Take action. I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. This is like impossible. You can't do it. No, look, I'm not that creative. Maybe some of you are. I have no idea. But ain't me, people. I wish I were. I'd be writing science fiction novels or something along those lines. I don't know. Where's the accountability? I want you to think about it. Where is the accountability? Thank you, Samuel Jacobs. Reverse ETFs. Of course, you can use a reverse ETF, or you could just play it the other way and go short an ETF that's a non-reverse ETF. It doesn't matter how you play them. You can play them whenever you want. These things are just where they are. Yes, things like JEPI should be in your repertoire, but I'm telling you to be cautious here, people. Look, if you're in this thing for the long run like me, and you're not planning on getting rid of this stuff for a long time, you like to collect those dividends, so then you hold on to this stuff. I'm telling you again, I would not own a single company, or I love all those lines, or an ETF that doesn't pay me. I want to be paid to own it. I don't understand how anyone would want to own shares in a company or an exchange traded fund that isn't paying them to own it. All right, that's crazy, but that's just my take on it. Practice pole dancing? Really? Do you fantasize about me pole dancing? I think that would be very scary. I don't know if you're addressing me, but who was that? I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Howard Floyd. I do appreciate that. Oh, anyway. Turn to Jesus, Greg. Let's see. Jesus would tell us to turn the other cheek. Jesus would tell us to be a good person and pay your taxes. He would, these are no, we need a revolution. And unfortunately, sometimes things involve not just peaceful measures here. Uh, no, I don't think so. I don't think we should be paying anyone because we have no representation. We shouldn't be giving to the government what is supposedly theirs. According to St. Paul, we're supposed to submit to our leaders because they're put there by God. Yes, I know the Bible. Trust me. Okay. Uh, no, I don't think there's a person that could stand toe to toe with me with regard to the Bible because I've read it cover to cover multiple times. I was a deacon at my church for years. Okay. So, with regard to the peaceful revolution here, how's that working out so far? It didn't work out so good for Jesus, did it? Anyway, don't get me started on that stuff. Anyway, I am not a Mason. I don't even know why people are putting that. I was. Okay, let's just get this out of the way, okay? Because there's all these rumors. First of all, I was never a 33rd degree Mason. I was the 32. And notice the word past tense. I have nothing to do with the fraternity anymore. It has, let me explain this to you about Freemasonry, okay? These blue lodges, that's what they're called. They're a bunch of retards in there for the most part. These people are the sheep that we've all been warned about. It's nothing what you think it is. You think Freemasonry is some kind of cult that worships the devil? How about no? As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, all the ritual work that's done in a blue lodge is done with the Holy Bible there. Okay, the Holy Bible is the rule and guide we're supposed to follow for our lives. Freemasonry is just a bunch of it's a beer and fart club. All right, I am not a Mason anymore. I've disconnected myself from the entire fraternity. So whatever you want to do. The craft of Freemasonry. Yes, Freemasonry practices the craft of Freemasonry. And the craft of Freemasonry is nothing what anyone believes it is. I thought I would find a bunch of intellectuals there. I thought these were people that would think out of the box. It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway, that's my take on it. So just to put that rumor aside, whatever. Yes, I was a Mason. Yes, I attained the 32nd degree. I ain't a Mason no more, and I don't want anything to do with it anymore, whatsoever. It is not satanic. It has nothing to do. It's so funny when people say things like that, but it just whatever. Anyway, that's that whole thing on Freemasonry. What else can I tell you, people? What else you want to talk about here? Happy Friday. Yes, I am happy that it's Friday. This has been a crazy week, but we learned a lot this week here. Okay, let's just go back to the market real quick. You and I, again, I don't think there are other people anywhere, really honestly, who have a more keen understanding of this market than we do. We realize the drivers. That's key number one. Key number two is we know the players. We know what they're doing. I'm talking about central banks and their perverted, twisted relationship with supposed governments here. You talk about Jews. Why would I want to talk about Jews for? Okay, talk about Jews. You talk about Jews. I don't think anyone's faith has anything to do with the goddamn thing. Take action again. Thank you, Vivi Silver. Wow, thank you. No, I'm not amazing. You're amazing. All of you guys and girls are amazing. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that too. Anyway, that's what else can we talk about? You know, like I say all the time, knowledge is power. Okay, and I believe that you and I, because we pay attention to what's going on. I'm telling you, everyone here is a winner. That's the truth, because you understand what's going on here. How many of you out here have tried to, I don't know, talk about these kinds of things, about the markets, about central banks with most people? They have no idea at all. Zero. They'll look at you like you like you're from another planet. John, don't do the ghoul to me no more. Don't do it to me no more. I gotta stop. Okay, that ghoul thing. I'm telling you, maybe I have like a Tourette syndrome, but I feel like a tingling in my face. But they're freaks, man. You know, look, I'm going to tell you something real quick. Did you know that the Ghoul has a fan club? Neil Cash and Carey has a fan club. Powell has a fan club. Bill Gates has a fan club. Whenever I go out there and I start talking about one of these kind of freaky people, you don't even know the hate mail I get. As a matter of fact, I get more if I talk bad about Bill Gates or if I say something about Bill Gates, all of a sudden I can promise you my email box will light up with, how great of a man he is. He's a humanitarian and he gives money away. And look, I don't know the guy. And everyone here is entitled to their own opinion on, but I try to refrain from talking about certain people, especially him, Bill Gates, because he has a huge fan club. Either that or he has paid shills who I've had my life threatened. Every month, at least one time, I get my life threatened by somebody. Watch your back, Greg. I'm coming after you, Greg. I know where you live. I mean, sometimes this stuff gets to me. I really, it really does. But most of these people, they're all talk. They're all talk. Blue Lodge. A Blue Lodge is the lodges, the Masonic lodges that you have. And wherever you look and you see the G with the square and compasses, that's called a Blue Lodge. That's where you get your first 3 degrees. Right? Then after the first 3 degrees, you go on to the Scottish Rite. Let me tell you something about, I'm beating up Freemasonry here, but I must say this. They do have a lot of really good charity events. And that was the one thing that I loved participating in was the charity events. Freemasonry gives away all kinds of money. Look it up for yourself. Shriners Hospitals, they're all run by Masons. But again, for the most part, I expected it to be a lot different. I expected intellectuals. I expected people who could think outside the box. I got the polar opposite. Anyway, Nick the Pig. Nick the Pig. That was that. I'm glad you touched on Nick the Pig real quick. Nick the Pig is the Fed whisperer. The same day, if you recall, that the MMRI initially crossed 300. What did they do? They floated out Nick the Pig, and then they floated out Mary Dolly to tell everyone, "Oh, we have some information for you." Thank you, John. Is it possible they're reptilians? Who freaking knows? I don't know the goal and all these freaking people. I don't think they're human beings. Let me tell you, you know why I say that? Why do I say that people that run the Fed or all these freaks, why they're not human beings? Because even if they genetically by DNA, okay, are human, they don't have a human quality. Because what these things do is they get out there and they lie and they lie. How do they sleep at night? That's what I want to know. How do these people sleep at night? I don't get it. And that's what's even worse, honestly. You got the propaganda ministry. They get paid to sit there and distract you and lie to you. Oh, people are spending more money. This is a good economic sign. No, it's not. People have no choice with regard to the housing, the news on new home sales. Oh, yeah, fantastic. People are buying new homes. We're up higher than expected. But year over year, again, we're down 20%. They don't let you know these things. And that to me is a lie. It's a lie by omission. You can't just say, oh, guess what? New home sales are higher and it's looking great. People got all kinds of money. But you can't, you got to follow that up with, well, year over year, we're down nearly 20%. Don't you understand? I think most of you get it here. But that's what they don't do. In my opinion, and you are certainly entitled to yours, I believe from the core of my being that central banks control everything, even the flow of information. You're not allowed to know things, okay? That's the truth. Going back to Freemasonry, I thought I was going to learn the secrets of the universe, maybe who killed Kennedy or something like that. You know what I learned? Nothing, okay? I learned a little bit of fellowship, and it was good for that. But that's it. People hanging out, trying to have a good time, maybe having a meal. That's all it's good for. It's unfortunate because at least here in Nevada, where I live, but whatever. It's a whole damn thing. Staten Island. Yes, indeed. V8 Camaros are the most undervalued assets. You guys are awesome. Do you know how awesome you are? Do any of you have any idea of how awesome you are? Let me explain this to you. There are almost 2,000 people right here. There's 1,928 people, and you're all freaking awesome. Okay. I'm just a guy actually sweating right now, sitting here talking about this stuff. And I think honestly, this is almost like therapy for me, and maybe it's therapy for you too. But I don't know. Um, this is why I always say that we're a big family. Okay, this is a worldwide family. Thank you, Willie B. You know, it's just so important to me. V8 Mopar is underestimated. I have a 68 Hemi Cuda. Okay, I got a 68 Hemi Cuda, and you're gonna see that soon. Howard Floyd. Thank a lot of these people are followers of Coma. Whatever. Albert Pike, a Mason. I don't think he's made a damn prediction of anything. I've read a lot of his work. I know people are saying World War III. Where's the date? Okay, people can't make. Look, World War III. I think we all knew it was coming. Okay, you don't got to be some kind of rocket scientist. They're choosing the time that works best for them. And I'm talking about the central banks. Look, people, it's the central banks. It's the central banks that run it all. That's it. They're the government. D, well, I'm going to mess up your name, but thank you, D. I appreciate that. Anyway, that's really it, people. That is where we stand. I don't know what else to tell you guys and girls. Anything else? Favorite Bible verse? That's tough. I couldn't tell you what my favorite one is. I know there's a lot that I could probably spew out. I don't know. I never thought about that, what my favorite Bible verse is. Uh, it is a fascinating book, honestly, it really is. Anyway, let us move forward here. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's a great one. Look, there's been many great people throughout the years who have said what we always say to each other. Love each other, care about each other, be charitable. But you see, there's not enough of us that adopt that. People, for example, they'll go to their churches, they'll go to their synagogues, they'll go to wherever their houses of worship are, and they're told a certain how they should conduct their lives. I mean, for example, going back to Freemasonry, I was told when I was a Mason that the Bible was the rule and guide of all of our lives. We should follow it and we should defend it even with our lives. That's what we're told as part of our oath. Okay, now that I'm spewing secrets about Freemasonry here. But how many people actually do that? It's very rare to find a person or a group of people that adhere to what they say they believe in. You understand? It's very sad. You don't gotta belong to a specific dogma or religion, whatever it might be, to understand what are just basic truths. That is, love each other, care about each other, and be charitable. These are just basic truths. And if we all just did that, the whole world would be a different place. It would be an entirely different place. But unfortunately, there are people who have perverted this entire thing into some kind of a freak show on an unbelievable. It's about power. All right. With regard to central banking, these institutions here, their goal, and you know this already if you follow my work, was to one day own it all, to literally control the world. They're all about power and control. Power and control. Power and control. Thank you, Lewis. Any thoughts about Cliff High? Not really. I don't know the guy too well. I don't follow anyone, honestly, with regard to that. The reason why I don't follow anyone, it's pretty straightforward for me, because when I used to follow a lot of people, and I noticed that when I would not, I would kind of incorporate what they're saying into my work, and I didn't like that. You know what I mean? So I don't really follow anyone's work. I do my thing. I do my own research, and it's all of you. I read through the comments, as most of you know, and I'm reading these things right now. And you guys and girls out here, you're really smart, and you give me things to think about, to ponder. And with regard to the market, okay, I think all of us here are really on top of it, because you guys and girls who follow this blog, I study the market constantly. So I relay that to all of you, what I know, and then I get feedback from you as well. And it allows me to expand on whatever is in my own head. So I don't need to follow anybody. I have all of you You're all a family to me. I love all of you from the heart. I mean that. I mean that you don't understand. I meet people all the time. Like I'm walking around somewhere and I hear my name, and all of a sudden, like one of you, runs up to me, and I feel like I know you guys and girls. It's amazing phenomenon when I get to meet up with you, and we're taking pictures and all that fun stuff. I love it. It's a real thrill to me. Anyway, Dash. I have not bought Dash in a while. I think it's a long-term hold. Again, it's one of my several holds that I will have for a while. I did. Oh, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I bought some kind of almost at the low recently, just a little. I don't own a lot of crypto right now. I only own a few $1,000 in total of cryptocurrencies. I think everyone should have a little bit of it. You know that. Thank you, Flowing Brook. That's cute. Look at that little thing. Can you guys see these little things? I love it. It's adorable. It really is. The ghoul of the Fed. I'm not going to do the face. I can't. It gives me a freaking face ache, and it gives me a freaking headache. Anyway. All right, people, look, this has been really long. We're going on 35 minutes with this video. I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. Look, let's do this together, okay? Even though I said it like a dozen times already in this video, remember what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you this right now. You ready? Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. People, have a great weekend. I hope this has been good for you. I really honestly want you to get something out of these video blogs. I just don't want to sit here and just talk. I hate that. All right. I want this to be worthwhile to you. I love all of you too, honestly. And so we will resume these lovely festivities Sunday for my markets to look ahead. I'm very disappointed because I wanted to go racing tomorrow, but looks like we're getting rained out. Thank you, Crypto King. Come to the podcast anytime. Reach me through my newsletter. It's just so easy. Anyway, that's it, people. Look, like I said, love each other, care about each other, be charitable. I will see all of you Sunday for my markets look ahead. Looking forward to that. That's all.